On one cold morning in Leicestershire, 4 Nottingham Trent students are hatching a plan. They want to take this van, which costs just 100 quid and doesn't even work properly. They want to paint it like this and race it from here through Calais, across here in Switzerland, to here in Naples. Well, actually, they made it as far as here in Rome. It's a journey of over 1,200 miles and they want to do it in just 4 days. Welcome to the road to Naples. The lads took part in this year's Staples to Naples rally, which sees teams from across the country race a vehicle costing no more than £100 across Europe, raising money for charity along the way. First things first, let's meet the team taking part in this epic adventure. Mark Hicks is the man in charge of all things mechanical for the trip, which is an interesting position for a man with no real knowledge of cars. But he does have this book, and he can read, so the team know they're in safe hands.
I said I am currently taking the prop shaft off, so we can take the engine out for the second time because it wasn't enough fun the first. The fixing of the van was good fun, you know. I enjoyed it. I had to do a lot of it, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I do now have a fear of the underside of vans and all things rusty, but it was enjoyable. I carry this span around just for old time's sake, you know.
Next up, it's team captain Jonathan Dobney. He's been at the forefront of every major decision and the main reason why the team has such a shoddy van.
Basically, I've got a friend called Dave, and I was down the pub one night and he told me about these Leyland Daft Sherpa vans. He told me they were really, really reliable, really good looking and really fast. So I went on eBay, I saw a white one, a rusty white Sherpa van for sale in Skegness. Told the boys, drove up there, killed a fox and bought it. But yeah, that was basically the story behind it.
The gentleman on screen now is Tom the Bolt Derby, the team's onboard bolt expert. He's responsible for undoing the really, really tight bolts and providing the team with music and light entertainment.
I wasn't known as Tom the Bolt Derby before we started, but I am now. Because any bolt you need fixing, I can screw and I can unscrew.
The final element to Team Scaramanga was ill-fated cameraman John Starkey. Back in the day, a Leyland Daft Sherpa was one of the greatest vehicles to ever grace its 4 wheels upon Earth. A Van Stallion of a vehicle, a workhorse for the modern man. Sadly, this is not the case today. Little did the team realise just how much work needed doing.
It sounded a bit funny to me. Tom thought it sounded really great, but I thought it sounded a bit ropey. So one afternoon we opened the bonnet. It was an absolute wreck. It was rusty. There was a huge hole in the side of the carburettor. I thought to myself, that, we'll take it out, we'll put another engine in. Mark agreed with me, which is where the whole theory of swapping the engines came from.
We had to stay up all night just fixing it. There was some drinking involved, but mainly we were fixing until we broke something and then we just went to just carry on drinking. But
it's a Monday morning, weeks before the race. The van is still broken and it's decided giving the vehicle a lick of paint will remedy the situation.
The van, and specifically its colour, it started off white, which was alright, but a bit bland, a bit stereotypical, white van man and all. So I thought to myself, you know, as fucking team captain, I'll decide what colour it becomes. And I thought to myself, what colour other than lime green for a James Bond vehicle?
Because lime green is a ridiculous colour to have a van. White, ridiculous. Lime green's even more ridiculous. Like a moving, like a lime, like a moving massive lime in the street. No one likes to be in a moving lime.
You know, obviously in all the previous films, they've all been that shade. So what happened? I told all the team members of my plans, but Tom Darby went behind my back and proceeded to paint it black. Matte black with a brush. I'll never forgive him.
It's now the day before the race, and tension is running high as the last-ditch effort is made to fix the van. It still won't go, and the chances of them making it are looking ever bleaker.
It's like an emergency transplant.
Exactly what's going on right now.
Taking bits off this 1960 what, James? 68 Land Rover, transplanting it into this 1992 Leyland DAF Sherpa.
Why?
Because we're going to Italy in about 12 hours.
I'm looking for a scrapyard or a suitable vendor to sell us a spare wheel and tyre combination, as we don't have one at the moment.
We don't have
1,500 miles with no spare wheel. Yep.
In this next piece of footage, you'll see one of the few rare glimpses of ill-fated cameraman John Starkey. God rest his soul.
We've had the van for nearly half a year now, and it's the day before the race, and we're still fixing it.
I've got one question for you, John.
Yeah.
How do you explain...
It's 6 in the morning on the day of the race. The team have to get to Dover for 2:30. At Tom's house, patience is wearing thin. Team captain Jonathan is running late.
Yo!
Hello!
Are we ready to go?
We're ready to go. Time is of the essence. To Italy and beyond.
The team finally get off. However, through the whole journey, the engine continues to lose power, a cause for concern. Will the team make the start of the race? Find out next time on the road to Naples.